People don't meet you first. They meet your signal, the emotional radio frequency you broadcast before you even speak. That signal becomes your reputation. The bold one, the sweet one, the cold one, the chaos one. And here's the twist. Your reputation is usually built from the part of you that's easiest to see, not the part that's most true. This horoscope is a mirror with two sides, how others perceive you and what your inner psychology is actually doing behind the scenes. Some signs are misunderstood because they're too intense, others because they're too kind, and some because they're so self-controlled that nobody realizes how much they feel. If you've ever thought, why do people always assume that about me? You're about to get your answer. And if you've ever thought, I know myself completely, this will gently prove you wrong, Aries. How people see you: fearless, blunt, fast-moving, competitive. You walk into a room like a match being struck, sudden heat, sudden light. People assume you're confident all the time and that you love conflict. What you're really like, Aries, isn't powered by arrogance, it's powered by urgency. You feel time in your body. Waiting feels like losing. Your real sensitivity is hidden inside your speed. If you slow down, you'll have to feel everything you outran. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you often use strength as a love language. You push people forward not because you're bossy, because you're terrified they'll miss their life. Your shadow, impatience that looks like anger, but is actually fear of helplessness. Your key: learn the difference between I'm excited and I'm anxious. Your power doubles when you can pause without panicking. Taurus. How people see you: calm, reliable, grounded, maybe stubborn. People think you're simple: comfort, food, routine, stability. They trust you, sometimes they take you for granted. What you're really like, Taurus, is not lazy. Taurus is selective. You don't move for noise, you move for meaning. Under your steady surface is a strong nervous system that hates chaos, because chaos feels unsafe. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you can sense value in people the way others sense weather. You feel who is real, who is performative, who is dependable. That's why betrayal hits you so hard. It breaks your reality map. Your shadow: staying too long where you've already outgrown, because familiarity feels like security. Your key: change doesn't have to be violent. You're allowed to evolve gently and still be loyal to yourself. Gemini. How people see you: witty, social, quick, two-faced, unfair, but common. People love your sparkle but sometimes don't know where they stand with you. What you're really like, Gemini, is a mind that refuses to be imprisoned. You don't change because you're fake, you change because you learn faster than most people can update their opinions. Your personality has chapters, not masks. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you can use humor as emotional camouflage. When something hurts, you often turn it into a story before you admit it's a wound. Your shadow: overstimulation, scattered energy, emotional avoidance disguised as I'm fine. Your key: choose one truth a day and sit with it. Your brilliance becomes wisdom when you stop running from stillness. Cancer. How people see you: kind, sensitive, nurturing, or moody and too emotional. People assume your feelings control you. Some people lean on you like you're a lighthouse. What you're really like, Cancer, isn't fragile, it's psychically attentive. You notice tone shifts, micro expressions, the pause before a lie. You read rooms like a survival skill. That's not weakness, that's high emotional intelligence. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you don't just feel emotions, you archive them. Your memory is emotional, not chronological. That's why you can forgive someone and still flinch at the same pattern years later. Your shadow: testing people instead of asking directly. If they loved me, they'd know. Your key: your needs are not obvious to others. Say them out loud. Vulnerability is not dependence, it's clarity. Leo. How people see you: confident, magnetic, dramatic, proud. People think you want attention, and yes, you shine. Some admire you, some envy you, some assume you don't care what anyone thinks. What you're really like, Leo's core isn't ego, it's heart. You want to be seen because you want to be known. You don't crave applause as much as you crave recognition. I see your effort. I see your loyalty. I see your soul. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you often carry other people's self-esteem on your back. You give courage the way the sun gives warmth without realizing you're getting tired. Your shadow: pride that blocks repair. You'd rather walk away than beg. Your key: allow intimacy to include imperfection. Being adored is easy. Being understood is the real throne. Virgo. How people see you: smart, organized, observant, Picky. People assume you judge them. They call you perfectionist like it's a personality flaw while secretly needing your competence. What you're really like. Virgo is a protector disguised as a critic. You notice details because details prevent disaster. You don't correct to control, you correct to care. Your love language is improvement. I thought about you enough to make this better. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You can confuse anxiety with responsibility. You'll carry problems that were never assigned to you, then feel guilty for being tired. Your shadow. Self-criticism so constant it becomes a background noise you mistake for motivation. Your key. You don't have to earn peace. You deserve it even when everything isn't finished. Libra. How people see you. Charming, polite, beautiful energy. Social, always okay. People assume life is easy for you because you know how to smile through anything. Some think you're indecisive or a people pleaser. What you're really like. Libra is a human radar for imbalance. You feel tension before it's spoken. You instinctively try to restore harmony because conflict feels like emotional static in your nervous system. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You often delay decisions not because you don't know what you want, but because you're afraid that choosing will make someone disappointed in you. And disappointment feels like rejection. Your shadow. Avoiding hard conversations until the sweetness turns into quiet resentment. Your key. Peace without truth is not peace. It's postponement. You become unstoppable when you choose clarity over comfort. Scorpio. How people see you. Intense, mysterious, attractive, private, dangerous. People either trust you completely or fear you without understanding why. They think you're always plotting. What you're really like. Scorpio is loyal to the bone. You're not trying to control people, you're trying to understand what's real. You test energy because you can't survive in superficiality. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You don't just forgive or not forgive. You transform after betrayal. You become a new version of yourself. And people mistake that rebirth for coldness. Your shadow. Loving someone so deeply you confuse intensity with destiny. Your key. You don't need to suffer to prove love is real. Real love feels safe, not haunted. Sagittarius. How people see you. Funny, adventurous, lucky, blunt. Can't be tied down. People assume you don't take anything seriously and that nothing hurts you for long. What you're really like. Sagittarius is a truth seeker with a restless spirit. You chase freedom because you're allergic to emotional cages, especially the ones you build in your own mind. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You can use optimism as a shield. You'll laugh, move on, book a trip, start something new, while a quiet grief follows behind you like a shadow you refuse to name. Your shadow, disappearing when emotions get heavy, then calling it needing space. Your key. Commitment doesn't kill freedom when it's chosen. The right life doesn't trap you, it expands you. Capricorn. How people see you. Disciplined, ambitious, composed, intimidating, ice cold. People think you're all logic and no softness. Some assume you're emotionally unavailable. What you're really like. Capricorn is a deep feeling sign with a locked door. You learned early that stability is earned, not gifted. You carry responsibility like armor because vulnerability once felt unsafe. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You often measure love by reliability. If someone can't show up consistently, your body reads it as danger. That's why you detach fast, your nervous system chooses survival over hope. Your shadow. Thinking you must deserve rest, affection, or tenderness through performance. Your key. You're allowed to be loved on your off days. Softness is not weakness, it's a different kind of strength. Aquarius. How people see you. Unique, smart, funny, distant, unpredictable. People think you don't care because you don't react like everyone else. They call you detached, but they still can't stop thinking about you. What you're really like. Aquarius is a high voltage mind with a tender heart you protect fiercely. You distance not because you feel nothing but because you feel too much, too fast, and you need space to process it safely. What you definitely didn't know about yourself. You can intellectualize emotions so well that you don't realize you're lonely until it physically hits you like sudden exhaustion, boredom, or a desire to disappear. Your shadow. Keeping people at arm's length, then secretly resenting them for not getting closer. Your key. Let someone witness you in real time, not after you've figured it out. Connection isn't a puzzle, it's presence. Pisces. How people see you. Dreamy, sweet, emotional, artistic, sometimes lost. People think you're delicate or naive. Some assume you'll always forgive, always understand. What you're really like. Pisces is a psychological sponge. You absorb moods, secrets, pain, hope, often without permission. You're not weak, you're porous. Your sensitivity is a gift and a boundary lesson. What you definitely didn't know about yourself: you can confuse intuition with anxiety when you're overwhelmed. Sometimes you're not predicting something bad, you're simply carrying emotions that aren't yours. Your shadow, escaping into fantasies, love stories, memories, or one more chance instead of facing the truth. Your key, your compassion is sacred, but it must have borders. The moment you choose yourself, your magic becomes unmistakable. Every sign has a public image, a role people project onto you. But your real portrait is the pattern underneath: what you protect, what you fear, what you crave, and how you love. If you recognized yourself and it stung a little, that's not an insult, that's accuracy.